Hi, how are you? Well, I hope you're great. Okay, at this time, I'm going to speak about modal verbs. The emphasis is on obligation and permission in the present. Before going further, let's review the forms or patterns of modal verbs that you've learned in the previous semester. Check it out. Alright, I need you to pay attention to the forms in positive forms. I hope you still remember that when you use modal verbs should be followed by verb 1. And now please check the negative forms. Now we move to the functions. The first is talking about what is necessary or not necessary. Jadi membahas tentang perlu atau tidaknya suatu hal. The first talking about necessary. You need to use must, has or have to, or has or have got to. Jadi ketika suatu hal itu perlu dilakukan, maka kalian menggunakan kata yang saya beri warna merah. Now, the first is must. This is to show that the obligation comes from the person speaking. Jadi kata must itu adalah untuk menunjukkan suatu kewajiban yang berasal dari dirinya sendiri. Jadi sadar bahwa hal tersebut itu penting atau perlu dilakukan. See the example? We must be at the airport by 7. Has or have to, or has or have got to. This is to show that the obligation comes from another person, not the speaker. Untuk menunjukkan bahwa kewajiban tersebut berdasarkan atau bersumber dari orang lain dan bukan dari dirinya sendiri. Examples: he has to take medicine every day for his asthma. I have got to find a telephone. It's urgent. Next, unnecessary. You need to use doesn't or don't have to, or hasn't or haven't got to. Yang selanjutnya adalah untuk menunjukkan bahwa sesuatu itu tidak perlu dilakukan. Kalian pakai kata yang saya beri warna merah. Okay, now see the examples. She doesn't have to vote if she doesn't want to. People don't have to vote if they don't want to. He hasn't got to be there till 10. We haven't got to be there till 10. And you need to see the note here that there is a difference of formality. So, must is often written down, for example, on public places, while have to and have got to are more common in speech. Jadi, ketika dilihat dari segi keformalannya, tingkat keformalannya, must itu biasanya tertulis, dan have to atau have got to lebih umum digunakan pada saat berbicara. Next. The second is talking about what is permitted or not permitted. Membahas tentang apakah sesuatu hal tersebut diizinkan atau dilarang. Okay, the first, permission. You can use can or be allowed to. Ketika sesuatu itu diizinkan, kalian bisa menggunakan kata can atau be allowed to. Yes, okay. It is to talk about things permitted to do. Examples. You can park here after 6:30 p.m. My brother is allowed to borrow my father's car. Next, prohibited. You can use mustn't, be not allowed to, or can't. Ketika suatu hal itu dilarang atau merupakan suatu larangan, kalian bisa menggunakan kata atau modal verbs yang berwarna merah. So, to talk about things which are not permitted to do. Examples. Members of the audience must not take photographs during the performance. You are not allowed to, or you can't take photos during the performance. And the next is impossibility. You can use can't ketika suatu hal tersebut tidak memungkinkan untuk dilakukan, maka kalian bisa menggunakan can't. Yes, that is to show that it's not possible or permitted to do something. Example, you can't take photographs in here. Alright, next. The third is talking about what is or isn't a good idea or the correct thing. Jadi, membahas apakah hal tersebut itu baik atau tidak untuk dilakukan. The first, to say something is a good idea or if it is correct or right. So you use should. Jadi untuk menyatakan bahwa suatu hal atau suatu ide itu baik atau benar untuk dilakukan. And sometimes it's used in positive. You can also use it in negative or question. Examples, you should try this ice cream. It's delicious. These books are in the wrong place. They should be in the fiction section. And then next, to say something is a good idea or if it is correct or right, but it is not usually used in the question or negative forms. You use ought to. It has the same meaning as should. Yang kedua adalah untuk menyatakan bahwa suatu hal atau ide tersebut itu baik atau benar, tapi ought to ini tidak digunakan dalam bentuk question, pertanyaan, dan dalam bentuk negatif. So it's only used in a positive sentence. Example, you ought to be more careful. Okay, is that clear? Next. Now let's review what you've learned from my video. You have a few minutes to match the description with the modal verb. Okay, you can start now. Okay, finished? Well, check your answers. Number 1. It is necessary. Has or have to, or has or have got to, and must. Number 2. It is not necessary. Doesn't or don't have to. Number 3. It is okay or permitted. Can, is or are allowed to. Number 4. It is not okay or permitted. Can't, mustn't, is or aren't allowed to. Number 5. It is a good idea or the correct thing. Okay, you can use should or ought to. And number 6. It's not a good idea or not the correct thing. You can use shouldn't. Okay, done. Alright, I think it's the end of my video. You may ask questions, give comments or suggestions in the forum. Thank you for watching this video. See you.